Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our 14 News morning stream show. I'm Casey Mason. Mitch Carter out on assignment right now. It is Tuesday, April 21st. We are glad to have you. Of course, what we're going to do here, the usual, going to recap a couple of those top headlines we want to let you know about as you get out and get going here to start your day. And then after that, we're going to have meteorologist Byron Douglas on deck here to tell you what you need to know as you get outside for your Tuesday. So we're going to recap a couple of top headlines here, starting with a story that we've been following here at 14 News. Want to keep you guys up to date on here. So right now we do have some news here that nearly 2 years after his arrest, the theft case that's involving former Evansville Fire Chief Paul Ainslinger is now over. So during a court hearing on Monday, Ainslinger pled guilty to one charge of theft, and the other three charges that were against him were then dropped. Well, the judge there, we know, sentenced him to 1 year probation, and the judge also ordered him to pay $6,000 back to the Evansville Fire Department. So you may remember back in April of 2024, Ainslinger was accused of stealing tools from the department and then transferring more than $4,000 from the EFD Foundation to his own personal business account. Well, the mayor's office told us that Ainslinger retired from the force that same day. All right, into another headline here we want to let you know about on the roads out there. Just an update if you are going to be in this area here. We're talking about that sinkhole there on I-69. Again, just a big traffic alert here underway in Hopkins County. Crews are going to be addressing the sinkhole that formed on Interstate 69 that's near the exit to Morton's Gap. Now, this project here is just meant to stabilize that section of the road that's been impacted by historic mining activity. Well, crews say that one lane is still open in each direction, but if you do need to detour, if they're going to have to take traffic a different route here, we know that drivers, they'll need to exit at Morton's Gap over to Highway 41, and then you're going to head through Earlington and on into Madisonville. Now, that project there is expected to last until the end of July. And now to another headline here, 14 News we've been following this morning for you. I want to let you know about. We are in the final stretch here of construction on Section 3 of the I-69 Ohio River Crossing approach bridges. So we've been following this here for quite a while for you guys. Officials say that nearly 200 concrete beams have now been delivered and set up. They say they are among the largest concrete beams used in any construction project in the Midwest. Well, right now, crews are pouring the concrete decks for those approaches, and officials say that work is expected to be done on those a little later this year. All right, so again, those are just some of the top headlines we wanted to recap for you here on our morning stream. So going to have you guys stand by now. We've got meteorologist Byron Douglas coming up next with a look at what you need to know weather-wise as you get your Tuesday going. Thanks for joining us.
Local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
All right, good Tuesday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to bring up a few graphics. No issues today. It's going to be breezy and warmer overall. We're going to break down the rain and storm chances. We're in the market for some precipitation. We've had a very dry April so far, but we are going to have increasing chances on Friday. And then on Monday, if we had any alert time, we're going to bring you up to date on Monday. That would be the best chance for an unstable environment where we potentially could see a few severe thunderstorms, and that's Monday of next week. A lot of cirrus clouds out there. They're kind of cool to look at. See those jet tails? So awesome. They're about 25 to 30,000 feet up there. We'll see even some broken high-level clouds as we go through the day. And it's going to be breezy. We do have lake wind advisory. We're not into the prime of boating season as of yet. But if you're on the waterways, winds gusting 25 to 30 and a little bit higher on rivers and lakes out there. So as we head out today, we're going to have mainly, we have that cold start. And then on the way home, generally we'll see a fair amount of sunshine and it will be breezy. Some high-level clouds increasing. Let's take a look at the outlooks. These are the temperature outlooks. This takes us out to May 1st. Some of the outlooks into the first week of May has our area dropping below normal. So we've had a couple of warm months, but areas here in gray slightly below normal. And then across western Kentucky, slightly above average. Precipitation, and we do need opportunities for showers. And I think we'll have them not only on Friday, but then as we go into next week. This takes us out. These are the 6 and 10 day outlooks. Has precipitation running above average during that time frame. And we're in the market for some showers, severe drought-like conditions, Hopkins, Muhlenberg in Ohio, southern McLean, and most of the area is abnormally dry. But as I mentioned, we are going to have some opportunities for some showers out there. And the outlooks come out every Thursday. Mostly sunny, 79 for a high. And tonight, not as chilly. We bottomed out. Evansville dropped to 46 this morning. And then for tomorrow, up to 80. Our average high is at 70. And let's go to the future. Winds will be southwesterly, really increasing late morning into the afternoon. And if we have gusts at 30 to 35, our temperatures, high temperatures will jump to 80 to 82 during the afternoon hours. So 79 may not be enough. And then on Tuesday night, mainly clear. And then Wednesday, just a little less breezy, but still a southwesterly wind. High temps will be near 80 during that stretch. So I'm using the in-house graph model here. Now on Thursday, we're not anticipating anything in the way of severe weather. In fact, on Thursday, we'll have temps in the mid-80s. Severe weather threats, Minnesota, Iowa, and then into portions there of Missouri, northwestern Missouri, into Kansas. Out to our west. Now, as we go into Friday, we're going to have excellent chances for rain and a few storms. So if you have a plan this week, I was at a baseball game last night, you want to get the grass cut by Thursday evening because we're looking at some showers on Friday. And we could be tossed into a level 1 threat. I think the best dynamics for severe weather would stay out to our west. And then Saturday, a little uncertainty on Saturday. We'd have that chance of showers during the morning hours. And then as we go into Monday, we are going to have excellent chances for showers and storms as we go through that time frame. They could hold off until Monday night and then into Tuesday. This is not a locked-in timeline. It's showing that we are going to have a pattern change as we go into next week. What I wanted to show you on Monday, this is April 27th. So more than likely we'd add some alert time. It still could set up to our south, but this would generally be Monday afternoon into Monday night. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. So then more than likely, if this would verify, we would have at least a level 2 threat potentially for a few severe thunderstorms. And that would generally include a tornado threat. But this is well off into the distance. We haven't had an alert day. We'll talk amongst ourselves here at the weather team and come up with a consensus. But we mentioned it on 14 News Sunrise. We could have some level 1 threats across the area on Friday. And then more than likely, if I had to pick between the 2 days, it would be Monday of next week. I'm going to grab this full. There's a look at the 7 days so you can see it. This is still well above average. Our average high is at 70, and our average low is at 48. Thanks for tuning in here bright and early. On a Tuesday morning, we're going to be still well above normal with highs in the upper 70s to near 80. I think by the time you come back and check with Jeff and Hardin, there's some cities and towns that go up to 82, 83 later today. We'll have more soon.